Hello everybody, here a new video from Renee from Spain. And in this video I'm going to show some movies I've been watching during May and some DVDs I bought. And I'm going to start just showing a little bit of the movies I watched. Let's start with The Rock. I mean, this is a movie that I watched, of course, when it was released. Still, I rented this at the video club. This is from '96, and the director of this movie is Michael Bay. And Michael Bay, he did many movies like the Transformers movies. Also, Pearl Harbor. There's this one here, and this is quite a nice one because it's sealed. See, I have this one sealed. I never opened it, but of course I watched this movie. Also, when it was released, I think in 2001 or something like that, or 2002, 2001. And this is actually a Dutch version, but with English subtitles, I guess, because, no, of course, English with Dutch subtitles. But I never watched it, and I'm not sure if I will open this one. It's quite nice to have one sealed VHS, to be honest. But this one is a typical 90s movie, a 90s action movie. But it's really well done, I think. Of course, the storyline, if you look at it now, like 30 years later, there's a lot of loopholes there, but still, I enjoy this movie. I have two different editions here, both in Spanish. Most of the movies in Spain are dubbed, like from English or Dutch or whatever into Spanish. I also rewatched the VHS of Los Chicos del Maíz, the Children of the Corn. Also made a little note there. This is actually from 1992. And it's Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice. This was the start of a new beginning in many ways, because after this, many more movies came out under the Children of the Corn series. And this release was actually released in the early 2000s. I really enjoyed this movie more than because I made a ranking movie like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, ranking all the movies from this series, from Children of the Corn. And this one didn't end it so well, but I like it a lot more now. Because it's always good to rewatch the movies. Always good to do. Actually, I saw this. There's no date on it, but yeah. Los Chicos del Maíz. I also got these two movies out of my collection because they have been re-released by Setenta Now. That's a shop in Barcelona. Very deluxe versions, like normal versions, but also deluxe versions of Demons 1 and 2. Italian legendary movies, of course. Especially Demons has quite a lot of heavy metal in it. You can hear Motley Crue, Accept, Pretty Mates. It's a great soundtrack. I have the soundtrack actually on tape, but it's difficult to get it now. Oh, wait, maybe I can get it. This is the soundtrack. Demoni. So you can see the tape here. It's a very rare soundtrack actually. But let's move on to more movies I watched during May. This is The Blue Thunder. This is actually the movie, The Blue Thunder from 1983. And then later on, in 84, they released a series, like with different episodes. And this is the 1989 or 1990 VHS edition. It's a movie with this helicopter. Of course, this is the beginning of the helicopter. Later in the series, you see that special helicopter. But this is the beginning of it. This is the movie, actually, like I said. I also watched Hollywood Vice Squad from '86. And here we have Robin Wright, the girl that was married to Sean Penn in the '80s, and she played Kelly in Santa Barbara. In the series Santa Barbara, she was Kelly, and she has a very small role in this movie. Also, Carrie Fisher, she was the queen of the princess of Star Wars. She was in this movie too. It's a B movie, but it's quite okay to watch it. Finally, I had to watch this on YouTube, because the VHS was really bad. It was not possible to really watch it on VHS. We also watched this movie again, Saving Private Ryan, on VHS. I saw this VHS in April, but then we saw it on, I think, Netflix. I wrote it down here, on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, this movie. But just today, I got some DVDs because I bought some Blu-rays for my daughter, and I took advantage of it, and I bought some DVDs. Here we have, again, of course, the same movie, but this is the Welsh screen. I will watch this again, maybe next month. It's just such an amazing movie. Here we have Free Jack, with a great soundtrack and great people, of course. We have Mick Jagger, Emilio Estevez, and Anthony Hopkins. And soundtrack is really good. It has also a song by Scorpions. This is on VHS. A good submarine movie with John Bon Jovi. He's acting in this movie. Here we have Tom Cruise in the movie Valkyria. The reason I bought this one, because we were watching this with my daughter and my wife on Prime, but on Prime it's only in Spanish, and we really wanted to listen to this in English, this movie. That's why I thought I'm going to buy the DVD. It was quite cheap, and then we can watch it in English. The third Transformers movie, this is the one. I have the first and the second, but I didn't have the third of the Transformers saga, just to complete the saga. Also, this third part of the X-Men was missing in my collection. So I thought I'm gonna buy it. I feel quite a few gaps in my collection. Another gap feeling, Spider-Man 3. I have the first and the second, but not the third. Here we have Scream 2. I have all the Screams, but this one I only had it in 4K, but because I thought the 4K came with a Blu-ray, but the 4K only came with the 4K, and I don't have a 4K player. So I end up buying it on DVD. And the last one, but not least, is this Star Trek movie. I think it's the fourth from the Next Generation saga. I think this was the fourth one. I have those first four. Those are only four. Later, of course, there was a reboot again in the early 2000s, but these were movies from the 90s and early 2000 maybe. I don't know when was this released exactly. Yeah, I think first it came out on VHS and later on DVD. Like, I'm not sure about it. But once I will make a Star Trek video. Okay, I have a lot of videos, movies to watch, rewatch, and watch them again, and some for the first time. Because I have a lot of things to do beside heavy metal. That's what I like to do. Watch movies. And I love the extras that a lot of these DVDs, of course, have. And that's why I like to have it original, and you can find them not so expensive. But also I like to buy new DVDs and Blu-rays. That's why there's more videos to come, that's for sure. Also with later movies too, all type of movies. And also on VHS. I like all formats. I'm a multi-format guy. Same happens with music. I like my tapes. I like vinyl, CDs, everything. Okay, stay metal, everybody. And if you're not into metal and you're just into movies, that's cool too. Once in a while, I will make a video like this for the movie freaks. For people that appreciate physical media, and let's make sure it never dies. Okay, everybody. Bye bye.